Welcome back to Season 5 of Press Any Button to Continue. My name is Keith and I'm joined by my diddly-fiddly co-host Nisha. Remember when video games didn't charge you money to unlock its content after you already paid full price for it? Well, we sure do. And that's what we want to honor today. The games that rewarded that sweet little serotonin buzz for going the extra mile. From hidden cutscenes, vehicles, weapons, to a plethora of the bizarre. Full of wild curiosities, cheats and secrets. That's right, every kink and fetish is welcome today on our top 10 video game unlockables.
Plethora was a great word you said there, man. When you said it there,
it rolls off the tongue for a bit of cunnilingus action, you know? Plethora.
It's great to be back. It's great to be back with a brand new season, man. How are you feeling?
I'm quite excited. This feels like it's been like a lengthy break, even though I think it's been, the same as the others. Mm-hmm. It seems very strange that we've done 40 episodes, and this, by the time we're done this season, it's going to be 50.
Yeah.
And it might be coming at you a little bit quicker than you expect.
Go on, fill in the listeners with we're taking a bit of a different approach this season, and we're going to try something new and see how it works out. But yeah, come on, fill them in there.
So, we're going to attempt something, and it might revert back to the way it was before, no promises, but we're going to try and do an episode a week.
Yeah.
So, normally it's a bi-weekly schedule, but we thought to ourselves, look, let's just get recording, let's make some content, bring you the goods, get you that video game nostalgia, to bring a bit of levity to that, the childhood.
Yes. Yes. That's the feeling. I think it'll be cool, man. I think it'll be cool doing an episode a week. It's what people, when we asked, so we posed some questions to people, and it was definitely one that we've heard before, is an episode a week. So we'll see how it goes, man. We have a full, I'm actually looking at the full 10 episodes that we have planned out for the season. And I think what's cool about the episodes we have planned out is we've taken ones that were suggested by people in our Discord. So a lot of the episodes for this season were actually suggested. This first one, Top 10 Video Game Unlockables, was suggested by Paddy Game Raider. So I think it's cool that... also, I think Paddy... which is kind of unfortunate because I think Paddy missed the irony. He didn't write in with his top 10, so we'll have to do...
typical, huh? Throw us down the beaten path to make a whole episode for you and then don't even contribute to it, Paddy. That's fine. I tell you what, I'll be fighting you in Street Fighter the next time I see you. I tell you that for nothing. Oh. And also, we're doing a little something slightly different for today as well, as part of a feedback scenario as well, as this episode is going to be a two-parter. It's a top 10, but we're going to put it in two chunkable listens. It will be out at the same time, so if you want to consume it all at once, it's no difference to you. And if you're someone who likes to kind of split it up a little bit, maybe, you want to listen to the first half in the morning on the way to work and the other half on the way home, you can as well. So you'll notice there'll just be a little break in between, but it won't really affect your listening. It just gives you more options and preferences. Yeah, it's the same way like when you were looking at your video game manuals, going into school and on the way home getting excited to play and listen and stuff.
Yeah. But it is really nice to be back. It's mad. It does kind of feel like it feels like quite a long time since we've done an episode. And we're also going to be doing Patreon episodes as well afterwards. So a bonus post-show podcast, the lock-in,
the after hours.
Yeah, we haven't.
Yeah, so we've kind of settled on the idea of recording after an episode, kind of talking about the episode and whatever kind of happens with it. The post-processing of what happened.
Yeah. It's a little kind of look behind the curtain. Is that the phrase? Is that the phrase people use?
Yeah, I think so.
Look behind the curtain thing. So we'll be doing that alongside our 2 episodes, so you're potentially getting 3 episodes a week, kind of. Actually, no, that's
3 chunky things you can consume anyway.
Testicles are a bit off, but yeah. So new episodes every week and some bonus Patreon episodes as well. So
somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me.
Man, those videos on Instagram of people going so bang and somebody just hitting the deck are absolutely hilarious.
My favorite is oh my god, that band, oh my god, Nickelback, and it's like there's the meme of look at this graph. It's just instead of photograph, it's him holding up a graph.
Brilliant.
Anyway, should we jump right on into the content people are here for?
Yeah, let's do it. Absolutely. Our top 10 video game unlockables.
Our top 10 video game unlockables. In this episode, we will be doing 10 till 7, and the top 3 will be saved for a part 2, followed by the listener submissions. Let the games begin.
That was like a real gladiator style, man. I love it. Well, I go first with my number 10.
Go for it, man.
So
say number 10 in a really sexy voice.
My number 10.
I thought you said ma'am. Ma'am.
Oh, did I say ma'am? I thought I said man.
Yeah, go for it again. Go for it again. Go for it again.
Ready? Right, let me get all sexy on there. I'm trying. That was going for the Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
Oh, baby. So my number 10
Spiders.
My number 10 is the warp whistles in Super Mario Bros. 3 on the NES. So I know you're not too familiar with the NES version of Super Mario Bros. But in Super Mario Bros. 3, you can get a few different warp whistles, and it's kind of like, have you played through the first Super Mario Bros. Or played a chunk of it and found this kind of secret warp areas?
Not really. I've actually played Super Mario Bros. 3, and I know what you're talking about.
Oh, so you know the warp whistles. So you can kind of jump ahead to different lands. I think it gives you, so there's 8 worlds in Super Mario Bros. 3. You can go from, I think it does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So there's 3 lines.
It's like a teleporter, essentially,
right?
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, you can just jump ahead. You can skip a few worlds and you can try and get to the end. Although the last world in Super Mario Bros. 3 is very difficult. Well, I find it to be very difficult. So if you skip ahead, you miss out on the likes of the P-Wings and the other kind of cool unlockable items in the game. But I just think Super Mario Bros. 3 for me had a lot of mystery and a lot of cool unlockables. There was like the White Toad House. There was the extra coin ship. There was different areas that you could get to. You could unlock by breaking rocks with a hammer, and you can get like on a little boat and you can sail over to another area. So, but the warp whistle for me was, it was kind of one of the first ones that I ever got, and yeah, one of my favorites. So that's my number 10, and I think a very nostalgic one for me is the warp whistles in Super Mario Bros. 3.
Yeah, the Mario games have been excellent at like rewarding players for secrets, particularly for finishing the games. There's some little extra bits and bobs you can do with it. Yeah. My number 10, I started off, light. I did put these in order of increasing value to me.
Cool.
So my number 10 is in Devil May Cry 3. There is a secret unlockable post-credit cutscene showing some extra content. Specifically, now, I mean, this is a prequel, so I don't even know how spoilers this is, but just in case, story content stuff here.
Yep.
So Devil May Cry 3 is all about Dante, Virgil, his twin brother, fighting for power, the whole lot. But it takes place before the first game, Devil May Cry, and Dante doesn't have the name of his shop yet. It was actually at different times called Devil's Never Cry, so the game is called after his shop where he hunts demons. Called Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
And in the post-credits cutscene, you fight demons, and if you kill over 100 of them, it unlocks an extra secret cutscene for killing 100 demons in time before the credits run out.
Nice.
And in that scene, it's a whole scene where Dante's in his original gear from the first game, which is a really cool skin.
Deadly.
And also he says like that the whole part in the end was he loses Virgil and to the demons down below, and he ends up crying, and that's where he gets his name. So his companion's like, maybe somewhere a devil may cry, and then when he picks up the phone, he's like, want to know the name? And it goes, Devil May Cry, and it's like you figure out that's how he got the name for the shop.
Deadly.
So a nice little lore thing for killing 100 plus demons in the end credit scene of Devil May Cry 3. You get a bit of lore to the whole series.
That's so cool, man. That's really, really cool. It's nice the way they kind of add that in the third game. So it's only 3.
Yeah, the third one is a prequel though, so technically it takes place before the rest of them. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But it's nice that after all that time, so after you've played 3 games, that you learn where it came from, where the name came from.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, that's really, really cool, man.
Number 9.
So this could have potentially been higher on my list, but I was trying to spread out the special, non-special, and mine is Mew in Pokemon Red and Blue.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So, like, it's considered an unlockable. Is Mew?
Yeah, you have to beat the game to get there. So, 100%.
Yeah. So, just because I think it's funny as well, it's also a little throwback to our second episode, which was Retro Rumors. Actually, this whole episode is a bit of a throwback to Retro Rumors, because I'm sure there was a few things we discussed in that episode. But I do remember specifically we were talking about Mew and the whole thing of that rumor of Mew under the truck at the SSN.
Yeah.
But then we discovered that you walk up and down the bridge and you do the glitch. There's a few steps.
Missing no glitch,
there's a few things to take, but then you can eventually get Mew. And I just think it's really, really cool. And they also do a little bit of in Pokemon Snap, there's kind of like an extra piece with Mew as well, which is that kind of extra level where
yes,
it's kind of it's difficult to unlock, and then it's difficult to get a photograph of Mew. So and just I think Mew is such a cool Pokemon.
But is it Mewtwo or Mew you're talking about?
Mew, no Mew. So I know with Mewtwo you can get access to the cave. And you can,
which you get for beating the game.
Yeah, but with Mewtwo you have to do a certain amount of like cheat things, you know.
Mew. Yes.
So it's not as
straightforward. The official way to do it was you had to like win an actual tournament prize that was local at the time.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. You were saying and you could get it onto your Pokemon game. But this is this I think Mewtwo is kind of like you beat the game and you get access to the cave, but Mew. You have to do some special secret things to get there and unlock them. So,
yeah, that's very cool.
Mew is my number 9.
My number 9 is the Hayabusa armor in Halo 3. Okay, so Halo 3 had a multiplayer section where you could unlock armor pieces.
Yeah.
But only the very coveted people you'd see going around the multiplayer maps would be wearing what looks like samurai armor for Halo 3, right?
Okay.
And it's called the Hayabusa armor, right? So there's 2 ways of unlocking this, which I think is cool. And, I think when it comes to multiplayer stuff, and particularly Halo games, like being able to show off that you did this is really, really cool.
Yeah.
So there's a katana you can unlock and there's a helmet you can unlock.
Cool.
So the helmet is unlocked by getting every skull in Halo 3, and the skulls in the Halo games are hidden in, like, you have to break out of the level sometimes, you really have to glitch to get them.
Oh, really?
And each skull reacts to a different effect in the game. Like for some of them it might make all your weapons invisible, might make enemies way harder, you can turn them all on. But once you get all of them, you get the helmet. And you get the katana, which is on your back, if you unlock every achievement in the game. So you have to get every achievement on the Xbox 360, and then you have both of them together and basically going around a multiplayer map being like, yeah, I'm fucking the boss at this game.
So
you can actually tell in multiplayer that this person is a threat because they've done all this in the game. They must be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a good point, yeah. Just run oh no, they're coming, run away. That's really, really cool.
Save the children!
I'd say would that have taken a hell of a lot of time to unlock those?
It would be like a fair amount. I think some of the achievements were pretty hard going.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I like there's definitely like finishing on a legendary and co-op and stuff like that would have taken a bit of time and would have been difficult. But I can't remember all the achievements, but some of them would have been timely.
They're ones that I think are great ones that someone has had to sink like a couple of 100 hours into. I think it makes it extra special, so that's really, really cool.
And also, achievements by definition are absolutely unlockables of video games as well, which is really, really cool.
Holy shit, I didn't even realise that.
Achievement unlocked.
Yeah, holy shit. Brilliant.
And trophies and stuff. I really wish actually Nintendo would implement that into the system. But anyway, number 8.
My number 8 is the special cup in Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo. So when you're
my special cup, Nisha.
So when you start Super Mario Kart, you only have access to 3 cups, 3 tournaments, 3, and then you win all them, and then you get access to the special cup. And the special cup always has Rainbow Road in it, which is what makes it so special, I think. And I can remember me and my friend Johnny trying to play through Super Mario Bros. Or Super Mario Kart to try and unlock it as kids, when we had we'd go down to my granny's house and play Super Mario and eat a Goodfellas cheese pizza with some sweet corn thrown on top.
Ooh.
Yeah, man, love a bit of sweet corn on my cheese pizza.
And chicken and sweet corn pizza, man. I fucking love it.
Oh man, I'm fucking starving.
Do you put pineapple on pizza?
I don't, but I also am not. I don't have a visceral reaction to it that some people do.
Yeah,
like,
you don't like. You're not yucking someone's yum, like.
Yeah, it's cool. Like you fucking eat whatever you want. You don't eat that ass though.
I'll fucking toss my salad, girl.
So yeah, the special cup, because it gives you access to Rainbow Road, which is such a cool track. No matter what game it's in, it's very, very cool. And yeah,
am I right in thinking the music on the N64 one is
can't remember.
Anyway, my number 8 is a Resident Evil 4. And a little secret on in here. There's a couple of unlockables in Resi 4.
Deadly.
But the one that I think is very cool is a weapon you unlock for beating the game on hardcore mode.
All right.
And it's called the PLR 412.
And what is that?
This PLR 412 is a giant laser beam that will kill anything and everything in one shot.
No way.
It's a literal laser beam of death. And it's a really fun way then to speedrun the game. It can kill every boss with just one shot. You can charge it up and it destroys multiple people. And it's just a power fantasy. Like, you know, you've already beaten the game on the hardest difficulty legitimately. There's also different costume unlockables. There's separate ways with Ada and stuff like that. But I feel like that gun is like crazy. You know what I mean?
Lasers, man.
Fucking damn lasers all over the place and miracle my trucks.
That's deadly. I actually didn't. I've played through Resident Evil 4 so many times, and I can't think of unlockables that I think I remember, was there like a submachine gun or something like that that I potentially unlocked once, but I don't remember.
See, it depends, because I think the laser one might have been specific to the PS2 version onwards.
Right.
Because they also had the whole campaign separate ways with Ada as well.
Yeah.
But it was on every subsequent version, so like the Xbox version, the 360 version, the PS4 version, you know, every other version has all that stuff with it. So but the GameCube version, I can't remember if the laser is specifically in it or not, but you have to beat it on hardcore, so I don't know if you ever beat the game on hardcore before.
I definitely haven't. No, definitely haven't. I've played it on normal and possibly hard, but I don't know if I've done a hardcore mode in that. No, I'm sure I couldn't even get past the fucking Resident Evil remake demo. It was too fucking difficult.
Sure, you big fucking idiot, you. Number 7.
Man, my number 7 is very nostalgic for me. Okay,
give me a couple of clues. Give me a little hinty winty.
It's from a Super Nintendo game, and this will probably give it away. It's a fighting game.
Street Fighter.
Yeah. And it's the different endings that you can get.
Is it Chun-Li naked?
No, it's not.
Crushing my head with her voluptuous thighs.
But I do have I was actually watching through a few of them in preparation for this episode, and there's a very funny Chun-Li one. But I can remember watching. I'm terrible at Street Fighter, terrible. But my brother Aiden was brilliant at it. And if you beat the game, depending on the difficulty level, you get a different ending, you know. And there's one where, say, like Ryu if you beat the game Ryu and he just kind of walks off and doesn't go and accept like his trophy or whatever because he's too cool. He's kind of like a bit of a Goku. He's like, I just want to move on to the next challenge, you know. But the one with Chun-Li is actually very funny, man, because she wants to like avenge her dad's death because M. Bison killed her dad, and she goes to his grave. I'll post this in the story or on our Instagram.
Could be the episode art.
Or yeah, actually, it could be. Yes, it's a great idea. So she goes to it's a clip of her, and she's at a grave, and she's like, "You can rest easy now, Dad. I've taken out M. Bison, and his whole allegiance is gonna fall or whatever," right? And it's real serious. And then it cuts to the next slide, and it's like her in like little denim shorts and a crop top, and she's like, "And I can get back to being a young single girl." And she's like jumping through the air all hot looking, and it's fucking hilarious, man.
Oh my god, I remember that is. Oh my god, Jesus! Like that is so of its time. My god, that is
so
beautiful.
Like 1992 or something like that.
Beautiful.
But, oh man, it's brilliant. I'll post it on our socials, and it might actually be a great idea for the cover art for this episode.
It might as well just say like, I can go back to shaving my puss and getting laid on the daily.
Yeah, it's fucking, it's just like it's fucking crazy, man. And I also don't know if in the screenshot does she have like a cigarette in her hand? And there's smoke coming out of it, or is she taking a bandana off? I'm not sure. But anyway, it's...
Well, in 1992, smoking was still cool, apparently.
Yeah,
so, that's how it rocked and rolled.
So, and I can remember watching Aiden play Street Fighter and trying to get these endings when I was a kid. So, very, very nostalgic.
Send me on those snaps, because actually I might make an episode out of it.
Yeah, cool.
My number 7 is actually from quite a modern game. But you know what's scary about this modern game? I think it's already 7 years old.
Okay.
Which is Super Mario Odyssey.
Oh, cool.
So what I thought was really, really cool about this, and it goes back to my love of, and I was close to putting Mario 64's Yoshi in this, and maybe there'll be some honorable mentions I can think of, but once you beat the game, you unlock the Mushroom Kingdom as a level, which is the replica of the Nintendo 64 Peach's Castle map, you know, the outside and the inside.
Yeah.
And you can also unlock a Mario skin from Mario 64. And you can also, so it's like a whole level based purely on the Mushroom Kingdom from Mario 64, like the castle, the window, the stained glass, the outside area, the water, the whole thing.
Cool.
which also is another nice secret in Mario 64. One of the levels you can actually veer off from the track, and there's all that area there as well. Have you ever noticed that?
No, what's this? What level is this?
In Mario 64, one of the tracks, I think it's the Royal Raceway.
Right. Mario Kart 64.
Yeah. You can like leave and you can just see the whole castle. You can drive through it.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever done it. Yeah.
Turn it on when you're finished in a minute and just have a quick look.
Yeah. Definitely, man. I'll check it out. That sounds very cool.
But Mario Odyssey specifically, you can unlock Polygon Mario as a skin.
Cool.
And you can, for finishing the game, you can run around the Mushroom Kingdom.
That's so cool, man. What I really like about that game as well is the way it goes back to like the original Super Mario Bros. Games, and it's like it starts off with you like possessing a fucking T-Rex dinosaur in the first level, and then it's just like that game is fucking wild, man. And also Mario's very small compared to all the people in New Donk City, isn't he?
He is,
like,
that's kind of like...
why is he different to...
Because he's in a different world. He's a Mushroom Kingdom, and he's like, this is a different place.
Very good, yeah. That's really cool, man. I love that one.
Number 6.
My number 6 is another Mario Kart one. And again, I was saying this year earlier that I was like, right, I'm going to do one per franchise. But then I was like, I want to do the ones I want to do. And this was one that I had a lot of fun doing, and it was, again, not a retro game, a bit of a more modern game. Well, although it's probably about 200 years old. It's Mario Kart 8. When did that come out?
13 years old. Well, 10 years old, 11 years old.
Yeah, so it's fucking well retro. But getting Gold Mario and the Gold Kart was...
How'd you do that again?
So you have to beat... I think you have to get 3 stars in all the races on 100cc, as far as I know. And you are dependent on... And you get...
or is it 150 or 100?
No, because I have Gold Mario and I have the Gold Car, but I haven't done all 150s. So
are you missing the gold parasail?
There must be something that I'm left, but it was just that, because you can play as like Metal Mario or Chrome Mario, but getting the gold one, I just remember that being a really fun challenge that I kind of set myself, that I heard you could unlock Gold Mario, and then it just made the kind of, like racing games can kind of, if you try and say, if you pick a score you want to beat, it just you change the way you play the game, and it makes it a little bit more fun. And I love that game so much. It's really, really cool, and I still haven't beaten all of the original races on 3 stars and 150. But it's a fun thing that I'll go back to it every so often.
It's a nice thing you can go back to as well.
I'll go back to it every so often and just play a few races and see if I can. Sometimes I'll just get lucky and hit it on the first one. So yeah, Gold Mario and Mario Kart 8 is my number 6.
It's cool as well, because I have like an honourable mention between them, that in Breath of the Wild, if you do all 120 shrines, you get Zelda, or you get Link's, oh my god, faux pas, I said Zelda, you get Link's original tunic gear, like from the original Zelda. Like that, you could only, like, there's lots of ones that look like it from different games, but you can only get the original proper one.
Really?
For doing all 120 shrines. Yeah.
Fucking hell. Yeah. Nice. Very cool. I definitely didn't do that.
Yeah, no, I didn't either. The shrines are great though. I'd love to go back to it. My number 6 is Dead Rising. Okay, because in Dead Rising, there's a couple of achievements you have to unlock, and a couple of them are based with finishing the game and out. And in being a Capcom game, there's Capcom references in it, so you can get like a Blanca like helmet or something. You can even get a little toy Mega Man Buster that shoots out tennis balls, right?
Deadly.
But if you kill 53,594 zombies, which unlocks an achievement.
Yeah.
Okay, you have to kill 53,000 zombies, and then you have to finish the game and all the extra bits, and you have to do this under 3 days, right? So it's like something you have to really work towards, and make sure you unlock the secret ending as well.
Yeah.
You will actually unlock a real Mega Man Mega Buster.
No way.
That in the game you shoot lasers, similar to the Resident Evil 4 stuff. Capcom like putting lasers in their games. And you can literally just like mow them down, and you have the Mega Man helmet and you have a Mega Man Buster attached to your arm, and you're just lasering all the zombies in the shopping mall.
Man,
and it's one of those things that's just such a reward for putting in the effort,
Yeah. That sounds so cool. And you have 3 like real-time days to do it.
It's not like it doesn't equate to real time days, but it's like Pikmin, or it's like whatever, or like Majora's Mask. Like there's a system in it. It's not literal.
Right. Yeah, 3
there
in-game
is a
days.
literal mode though, so I'm actually not sure. I'll have to double check on that. It's shorter in real life, but then it unlocks an actual 72-hour mode where people had to like leave on their Xboxes for 3 days straight to get like achievements and stuff. Yeah,
no way.
It's a whole shebang. Like.
That's fucking deadly, man. That sounds really, really cool. Yeah, Capcom like their lasers, man. That's deadly.
They like the laser, baby. Damn lasers all over my face. Number 5.
My number 5 is. It's. I'm kind of like. I feel like I'm kind of poking the bear with this one because it's an unlockable that you can't unlock.
Betrayal.
And it is the key behind the wall in Banjo-Kazooie that you just cannot get. And another
I would like to interrupt. I would like to interrupt to say that this is poking the bear, poking the banjo. This is by all definitions should belong to like rumor Easter eggs and is not an unlockable, Nisha. So you better come up with something fast in that little brain of yours.
It is an unlockable because that's what they had intended to. They just they locked it down so well you couldn't.
But Nisha, that's called a lockable.
No,
if you can't fucking unlock it, Nisha.
It's unlockable.
What do you mean? It's lockable. It's just fucking locked, man.
If it's locked and you can't unlock it, it's unlockable. No? Am I?
No, unlockable. I think unlockable indicates that you can unlock this thing and take it. This is trapped behind a wall and you can never get. This is unobtainable. But you know what? It's not. It's a commonplace that you'll betray the whole pressing button to continue community like this. So it's no surprise, no surprise at all.
Right. That's my number 5. Is the key in Banjo.
It's a good one. It's a good one. It's a nice throwback, though. It's a nice throwback.
Yeah.
Number 5 for me.
Yeah.
This is a crazy one. It's for Silent Hill 2.
Okay.
So I don't know. Have you played Silent Hill 2 before?
I haven't. No.
So there's a remake coming out soon, which will be a good opportunity to give it a go, maybe.
Yeah.
But that game has several different endings. Okay.
All right.
It's a very melancholy game. It's a very like proper like its genre is melancholy. It's a horror, but like it really makes you feel dread in a good way. Like it's its intended theme. Mm-hmm. And so it's very dark. It's like it drains my energy playing it, but like I love it. Right.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of different endings, all of different varying depression levels, okay? But there's a one ending, okay?
Yeah.
That if you have all the other 3 normal endings and do all the prerequisites, a doghouse appears in the game, okay?
Doghouse.
And it's in a doghouse. And it's in a small empty area. It's across the street from a Rosewater Park, okay? And if you investigate this doghouse, you find a dog key, okay? This dog key gets brought into a room where the game takes a 180 and goes crazy for an ending. So the main protagonist, I think his name is James, I can't remember, walks into a room and there's a dog with a headset on, a Shih Tzu, I think, and he's on a microphone, and the dog proclaims to tell you that he's been controlling the video game the whole time and that the dog has been curating your experience and Silent Hill isn't real and it was just a dog having fun with you like a game show.
What? That's kind of freaking me out a little bit. What the fuck? What the fuck?
It works with the creepy theory of it, yeah. So it's just like you walk in, it's a talking dog, and it's only in Japanese. Even if you're playing the English version, there's no English dub of it.
Jesus, I'm having goosebumps, man. That freaked me out. That's a really novel idea, isn't it? That the game has been playing you. You haven't been playing the game. That's fucking wild, man.
It's like a meme. Like dude, you should definitely look up the cutscene. Just look up dog ending Silent Hill 2.
Yeah,
whenever.
I will. I have it on the PlayStation. I have it on the PS2. I think it is. And I will play it because.
Do you have a PS2 copy?
I do. Yeah. I have like a special. Yeah. I believe it's fairly expensive. It's a special edition, something or other.
Jesus Christ! You could trade that for Conkers, if you wanted.
Actually, that's a good shout. Yeah, but I do want to play it because I have heard nothing but amazing things about the Silent Hill series.
You see, I feel like I know you, right? And I feel like this game will affect you too much. You'll turn it off after half an hour.
Is it because I'm too scared, or it'll get me too down?
I feel like it will get you too down. Like I feel like you know, you wear your emotions on sleeve, and you know, you feel things in real time, which is like 10 out of 10. But I feel like this game will actually go into your soul and like and start drawing and start holding it.
That sounds like I kind of now
curious.
I'm intrigued. I'm darkly intrigued. Which sounds very cool. So I'll let you know if I ever do. I'll just ring you up crying.
do sure. I mean, sure. Normal Saturday night.
Yeah.
All right, here we go on in for the next one on our list. Number 4 and the last one for part 1.
My number 4 is vampires.
My number 4, yar.
The last 2 levels. The last 2 levels in GoldenEye. You know, the 2 that are never unlocked. You know, when you start GoldenEye and you have the map or you have the slides of all the levels, there's always those 2 fuckers in the corner, the Aztec and the Egyptian levels. And they are very difficult to unlock. And it's always like you turn on GoldenEye 64 or GoldenEye, if anyone has completed it, almost all the time those ones are never unlocked. And how you get them is you have to complete every level or every mission on Special Agent and then every mission on 00 Agent to unlock them. So you obviously have to put the work in. You know the way there's like on like the different difficulty levels for levels, you have to do loads more things if it's a 00 or whatever. But I just remember always never knowing. I can remember playing GoldenEye, not knowing how to unlock it, not having the internet. Not knowing anyone who knew how to unlock it. But then going to my friend's house one day after school and he had, I think, one of them unlocked. And I was like, how the fuck did you do that? And it was that whole mystery about it. And it was just that time, you know, it was like just this secret of, oh, you have to fucking finish every level on the harder missions or whatever.
Yeah, it kind of goes with the rumours, but some truth to it.
Yeah. And it was just kind of nostalgic for me. And I always think it's real funny whenever, you know, if I've kind of come across a copy of GoldenEye 64 over the years, I've had had a few kind of pass through, and anytime I switch it on, like every level will be done except for the last 2, Aztec and Egyptian. So they're.
I've never played those levels, which like really makes me want to just like see what they're like.
Oh
like,
man,
I don't even know what they look like.
Yeah. I'd highly recommend.
Are they proper levels? Like, is there story in them and stuff?
I don't think so.
Or
I think they're
thrown in last minute.
I think they're multiplayer levels, but I could be wrong. But they're just they're the cool unlockables that I always remember seeing. And if someone had them unlocked, like back in the day, if you're in a friend's house and they had them unlocked, they were cool. You know, that person was like they were the dog's bollocks. You know what I'm saying?
I love that shit. Man. I love that.
Yeah. So that's they are my number 4.
My number 4 is from a game called You Are Mr. Gay, aka Super Mario Galaxy.
You are Mr. Gay? What?
Have you ever noticed that? Right, so you know in Super Mario Galaxy in the title screen, right?
Yeah.
This is a secret rather than unlockable, but there is a little star that shines on some of the letters, and the letters that shines on it goes U, and it goes M-R, and then it goes G-A-Y, and people have this meme that's like, you were Mr. Gay. And a game has never spoken to me so much. But my one in this, I think, is probably one of the coolest post-game unlockables for doing all 120 stars. Because, you know, there's some games like Mario Odyssey's giving you the Mushroom Kingdom, Super Mario 64 just gives you a Yoshi.
Yeah.
You know, there's a couple of secrets, but there's always been rumors in the Mario community from the dawn of Mario games that if you beat Mario game in a certain way, you'd be able to play as Luigi. Like, no more bigger rumor than Mario 64 thinking you can play as Luigi the whole time. But if you get all 120 stars of Mario Galaxy, it unlocks literally Super Luigi Galaxy.
What?
Where you get to play the whole so you get to play the whole game again as Luigi, and he jumps higher, he runs faster, but he slides around more. So it has a different like tweak to the gameplay, and you can get all 120 stars again as Luigi in Super Luigi Galaxy.
Holy shit, man. That's really fucking really cool. Oh, man. That's so cool. I haven't played Super Mario Galaxy in so long, like years. And really, really great games. The two of them, I absolutely love them. But
I played the both of them recently, and the first game is far more like Mario 64.
Yeah.
And the second game is far more like a conventional Mario. It's a lot more linear, so I actually prefer the first one a lot more.
Yeah, because it's a bit more open worldy.
Yeah, it's a bit more getting the same stars in a level, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Where the new one's like, this is a level you're going to run from the end that's done, run from the beginning to the end. It's more retro styled in that way, you know? Now it has some cool extra features and whatnot, but it's on the 3D All-Stars collection for the Switch if you have it.
Yeah, I never got it. I don't know why. Yeah, probably a mistake from a collector's point of view, but I have all of the games. I have all of the original games, which is the reason why I think I that's fair. It, you know. So yeah, but that's really cool, man. I actually must fucking revisit that Super Mario Galaxy.
Super Mario Galaxy, I think, is probably, maybe objectively, is the best 3D Mario game.
Yeah. Do you think? Yeah.
I would probably say so. Yeah. If you really go back and play it, it is incredible. I prefer it over Odyssey.
Really? Yeah. I fucking loved Odyssey.
Like, to play it, Odyssey's incredible, but just there's something about Galaxy and its unique take on the planets and the power-ups and the smoothness of it, and the Wii. I actually do like the motion controls actually work fantastic with it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because it's more like you just shake while you're moving. So Mario Galaxy, I think, is probably maybe a little under. I feel like things trapped on the Wii can be kind of underrated sometimes. And I think it's up there. I think if you're to replay it, like obviously I have the nostalgia goggles for Mario 64 and stuff, but that's a good one.
Do you know?
Sorry, go on.
Do you know what I think it is about the Wii is that the Wii kind of took the world by storm, but then because of the having to have a sensor bar set up and the Joy-Cons, I feel like people they just went behind the telly. If you get me,
or the Wiimote.
Like they were just left behind the TV.
And there's so many extra bits you need to have to play it again. So it's like, where's my nunchuck? Where's the sensor bar? Where are my batteries? Where's this? Where's that?
I do think one thing, it crumbles.
Yeah, totally. I know. I'd agree with you. You know, you can use candles instead of a sensor bar.
Can you? Yeah. So it's light.
You put a candle on either end of your TV. It's just light based. There's nothing in the sensor bar really. Like I don't even know why it's plugged in. I guess it sends a light signal. Do you know?
Yeah. That's
like
really
an infrared little thing.
Nice. I didn't know that. That's really cool.
But that gets us to part 1 of our top 10 video game unlockables.
That was really cool,
like
man.
To catch. It was fun. It was a cool topic to do. So thanks for Paddy for suggesting it.
Yeah.
In part 2, we're going to be tackling our top 3, and not just our top 3, but all of the listener submissions from the Discord. So if you too would like to take part in these episodes and for us to read out your name, your content in shining lights, you can check out our Discord, and we'll be posting questions every week for the episode for the next one ahead. And we will be doing episodes every week for this season to give it a go. So, and maybe we'll have more 2-parters. I don't know. But if you're on your way to work, or probably you shouldn't be on your way to school unless it's college and be listening to this. Feel free to listen to the other half when you're done your classes or your work, or if you're a lady of the night like me, when you're done jelking and jerking it. You know what I mean?
And we'll see it in what could be like we'll see them in what could be a matter of seconds. They could be skipping right to the next track.
Are you gonna go straight to part 2, you wild son of a gun?
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Bye part 1.
Bye part 1.